future of public transport is a very divided thing between the rural communities and the urban communities. There's a lot of infrastructure already there in the urban communities, so they have very often a choice of modes that they can travel, be it bus, taxi, metro. Rural communities, very much different. Now, the driverless car could be an answer for the rural communities where it's not viable to run a bus service.
There are too many people, there are lots of cars. Currently the car is the preferred form of transport, especially in rural areas. We don't have any buses where I live, but I live 1.5 miles away from the nearest village. The bus service to the village is very sporadic. I have to ferry my children around from A to B all the time. They can't just jump on a bus every 10 minutes because they're only every 2 or 3 hours.
I think the future in public transport is something that's only going to get better over time. I think the interesting thing that we're seeing in London at the moment, because I was speaking from a cycling company, is that cycling is only going to develop more and more. For the 7 years I've lived in London, it's really been developing to a larger, more space where cycling is actually becoming more an acceptable way of getting around. Especially from a political standpoint with cycling, there's a lot more government will behind it now. From the left, you're looking at people that are actually encouraging people to get to work, and also from a right standpoint, people are saying, well, from a libertarian standpoint, people can actually get to work by themselves without having to rely on the state.
Unfortunately, the public transport system in the UK, has been through turbulent times. In London, where buses were not deregulated, buses have been a success story. Twice as many people are now using buses than they did a few years ago. And that's all because of the investment in the network, investment in buses and the infrastructure. For the rest of the country, unfortunately, that's not the situation. I think deregulation of the bus services, unfortunately, in most places, have led to a diminution of services and people using those services.